How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just kind of chilling. I'm not sure what's gonna happen this episode, but I'm ready for anything
Oh,
really.
I have no idea either. So it's gonna be really fun.
Do you have any like starting point or something mapped out?
Sure. So did you listen to any of the previous solo episodes?
No, I keep
Okay.
forgetting to.
No, it's okay. So basically, just to give you an idea of time, and to kind of catch you up a little bit, because between doing everybody else's and everything, it's been a little bit of time. So you guys did everything at the casino, and everything happened there, and then we decided to finish. We'll leave that off there. And with everybody so far, I've picked up with the night before, leading into the next day. And even though a lot has happened, not much game time has necessarily passed. So, for reference, everything that happened at the grocery store, where you guys fought those parasites, everything happened, and it was said that there were going to be two new parasites were going to appear in the tunnels underneath flats 3 days from then. It was then the very next day that everything happened at the casino. So you have a whole day then before anything new shows up. You can
Gotcha.
kind of see those. I have to like visualize the days like a calendar in my head.
Gotcha.
So we're just gonna kind of pick off, and the kind of time that we have to play around with is about mid afternoon. You're probably going to get a text from Hold'em asking for everybody to meet up.
All
But
right.
until then, I'm just gonna ask you, after everything that happened at the casino, between you know learning everything, between that the founder dropped, and having both Rob and Jamie bust in looking for answers. Is there anything that you do afterwards, or you just head home, or is there anything that you'd like to do?
First, I haven't really said anything about doing this the entire time, but I'm gonna go home. But on my way home, I'm gonna stop by a convenience store and pick up some water.
Sure, any reason, or just my character hasn't drank any water this entire game.
Yeah. And plus, I'd assume that Vita would get a kick out of it too.
Oh, definitely. He is very. I don't know if you've taken him to a convenience store yet, but he is very interested in in the way like, oh, you can just buy nutrients, and and you can just for a price and then easily access them.
Yeah,
It does
pretty
not have to
much.
be. That's quite interesting. It is not something that must be hunted down. This is quite convenient. Oh, I understand. That's why they call it okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna just pick up a gallon of water from the fridge and maybe like, those fuck di- dibs. I think they're called. They're like
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
pick
like
up.
the little ice cream things.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up one of those too.
Sure. I will say, yeah. Um, yeah, you go up to the convenience store counter, and you see Skylar there because Skylar works everywhere in flats. Um, and I think just because of everything that has happened today, um, You know what? This would be a very low stakes roll, but I want you to roll plus weird.
6 plus my weird, which is 0, so 6.
Okay. I want you to mark experience.
Okay.
And before you can even pay for the items, you find yourself like extremely thirsty and just drinking the entire gallon of water. And in almost like mere seconds, you just chug the entire gallon of water in one go.
That's pretty much what I was going to do as soon as I left the store, so makes sense.
And as you put the... And Skylar has watched you do this entire action, and you then put the gallon of water down on the counter, and you realize that you had accidentally taken a bite out of the cap, out of the opening, and there are just like, it's just a bite mark where the top would be.
I just kind of fumble on my words, and I'm like, I was thirsty. I'm sorry.
That's gonna be 423.
All right, just.
And then
I'm gonna take out the exact change.
Okay, and then they take it, and you go on your way. Sorry, I apologize, William. It's just been a very long day.
I know. I'm extremely aware.
Sure. So you make it home, and you, as you are heading into your apartment, you get a phone call.
So I take out my phone, and who is it?
It's your mother.
All right. I guess I'll just answer it.
Okay.
Just hello.
Hi, sweetie. I wanted to check in. How have you been doing?
Things have been okay. Just gonna clearly lie through my teeth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, nothing really eventful's been going on. Just been working on my studies.
Okay. Your father and I have been, well, we've been kind of cleaning up, and I still want you to come home, but he's been saying that if you don't want to come back, then I have some stuff that you might want to pick up.
I'm not sure. I don't remember leaving anything at home, but what's there?
No, just like just some, like old memory stuff. Stuff from when like you were little that you might not necessarily have taken already. I'm really sorry, William.
Sorry for what exactly?
For I think you're getting the sense that she feels very guilty about you not feeling comfortable at home. Well, anything that maybe I'm gonna come by tomorrow with some stuff, okay? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask you a question. Did you give them your new address?
Them? I forget who.
Your parents.
Oh, no.
Okay. I'd really, really like it if you'd give us your new address, or at least we can know where you're staying.
I'll humor her, and I'll give her my new address.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. I'm just. I don't have to stay if you don't want me to stay, but I'm gonna be by tomorrow, and I'm just gonna bring some things. Okay.
All right, Mom.
And I think there's kind of a long pause, and then she hangs up.
Boy, why does this always have to happen? And like, Vita doesn't know what's happened, so
William, you seem very hesitant about meeting that woman.
Well, that woman is my mother, and before I had moved here, some let's say unfortunate stuff had happened between my parents and I, and that I needed to move out after that. So I moved here, and now I'm here, where being who I am today. But I guess she wants to drop some stuff off tomorrow.
Well, good. It is very, very good to be you. I can assist in helping make things better if you would like. I know that I will be assisting you, and you will be assisting me in assumably killing my mother. So I can, of course, return the favor easily.
No.
Oh no! It does not have to be we kill her. However we amuse or help. I want to help however I can.
Just knowing you being here, that's all I need. It's something that I have to deal with. But I appreciate you offering. It means a lot.
Good. I do have some thoughts on my mind, but it has been a long day. I will save them for tomorrow.
Okay. Then let's head home before the ice cream melts.
Sure. You make it into your apartment, and unless you have anything else in mind, I think the rest of the night goes smoothly. Just eating dibs. And just letting the night kind of fade away.
All right. I guess the next morning.
Actually, before you wake up, I want you to roll another plus weird.
Eight.
Okay. With a mixed success, you see... you get another one of these visions that you have been having since absorbing that second parasite that had been coming from Mateo's father, Mr. Tyson, where you've been getting like these weird memories and things of his. However, you get one now that is no longer Mr. Tyson's. You get one that seems like your body is different and your senses are very different, and you feel like you are in some sort of cave, that you are underground. I say cave, but it almost feels like you are like swimming through dirt until you are able to find a pocket of air, and you are able to look around, and you find nothing, and you then travel back into the dirt and continue to dig upwards until you reach the surface and you actually see Mr. Tyson himself outside at night, and you are almost looking up as if you are some sort of bug to him until you leap at him and see his face of fear, and you wake up, and it is the morning.
Oh god, throw bubble. Just to be clear, Mr. Tyson is the one that I ate?
Yeah, that's him.
Okay. I really don't know what to make of that. I feel like I just brush it off and just start my day.
Okay. I think some time goes by, like a little bit, and then you hear Vita in your brain. I haven't been completely forthright, William. These other visions that you have been having, I experience them too.
You do? Well, what do you make of the most recent one?
It seems as if, since consuming the other creature, many of the memories that it has absorbed through its consumption of its target seem to, well, have been consumed here. And additionally, well, that most recent memory seemed as if the moment that the parasite had overtaken its host.
I see. Jeez.
I do wonder if we could possibly make more sense of these scattered thoughts and memories, if possibly we can search deeper into knowing possibly more of what he had known, if he had other connections to other people who were like him. But I am also very shaken from the consumption and killing that occurred.
I want to apologize again for that. It was a very spur of the moment decision because I was just done. I wanted it to be over, and that was in the moment that was the only thing that I could rationally think of what we could do to dispose of him. So I'm still very, very sorry.
It was strange. It was if almost, I can only assume the way that I am inside of you, I had a new creature inside of myself, but that was also in you, in a way in which I found myself for a split moment fighting for dominance. And this was not something that had been handicapped and led to learn human behaviors like I have. This has been a creature without its own thoughts, something of pure obedience and of only looking for survival, like a wild animal. And I know you felt it the moment that I had to put an end to it. And it left us to consume what was left. If we do something like that in the future, I can handle it. It was just very, very unexpected isn't the full range of emotion, much more difficult. It is very weird being here with you and feeling things more often. I don't think that species like myself was meant to feel the way that I have been led to. I feel much smaller now. Despite being the more dominant parasite in the end, I feel hesitant, almost. I do not know if anxious is the word.
Well, during that moment, I think it was just out of hatred, out of just blind anger, and just all these mixed negative emotions for what had, happened before that specific encounter. I feel like it's just a matter of wanting rest, and to be honest, you are one of the best things to have ever come from any part of my life. I still feel really, really guilty for putting you in such a situation.
Oh, well, I mean, thank you. You have been 99% of my lifetime. And while I say this with with the knowledge that I might not know much else, but I would say that this has been a very, very pleasant experience being well fused with your being.
I'm glad that you're able to get some sort of semblance of that.
And I do understand now, much more now than when we first met, but I understand where you are coming from with these ideas, these overwhelming feelings that can occur. I think that my worry in the moment felt much more like, for the first time since before we came together, I felt exposed. It felt as if it was up to myself inside to take care of it. And while I could, and I did, it was a very scary moment of feeling very different than I have before.
So,
not to say that you are nothing more than a suit of armor. You have been far more than that. But and it's kind of funny seeing Vita be almost like apologetic or embarrassed, as if he feels like he has like made a slip up. Especially coming from what once was this kind of like colder, calculating kind of voice. I did not mean it like that. I mean like we are one and the same. I do not use you in any way. I do appreciate the way that we work together. It was just scary. I
agree. It was terrifying, even just. I can't say I 100% understand being thrown like having thrown yourself into control like that, but I guess I can in a way because of previous events. But I kind of I I don't want this to sound rude, but I kind of understand.
I think it's just been. I think all of this has been very scary.
It has.
And that's coming from the shape-shifting alien monster thing.
I mean, if you're the one that's saying it, then it must be scary.
I don't know much else. It seems like human life can be very nice and convenient, but I am very sorry for the company that I bring with me. I feel very guilty in that way.
It's not your fault. Like, it's not like you're the one that caused all of this. You were thrown into this just as much as I was. So there's nothing to really apologize for, but I still accept it. I just don't think it's necessary because you and I are kind of in the same boat in a way. If that makes sense.
Yes. Oh, very much so the same boat that is our bodies, yes.
I didn't mean that literally, but it was a figure of speech.
Another human phrase. I will keep this in mind.
Out of character, but does he have any other phrases that he knows?
Vita, he's been picking things up a little bit here and there. He's like, he gets them a little wrong here and there. So he's like, I will keep this one in mind. Along with, do not worry. It is water under the burning bridges.
That's adorable. I love it. I almost thought you were gonna say like this bitch empty yeet or something meme-worthy like that, but what you said was a lot cuter.
I do also know that you can take a cup full of water and you take the lid and you can shut the full cup.
What?
What does that one mean, William?
I'm not exactly sure either.
I understand you can shut the full cup because you put the lid on top of the cup that is full of water, but I do not understand what it is supposed to sound like or mean.
I literally have no idea what you're referring to.
And then you take a straw and put it in, and then you suck it up. I heard this all on the television when you were asleep.
I literally have no idea what he's referring to.
Okay.
Hi, this is Chris, and you're listening to the Table Party Podcast. Now, let's get back to the party.
William, do you think we will be safe with those that we have revealed ourselves to?
I feel like most of them, yes. Like, one or two are a bit iffy, for lack of a better word, but we just need to stay on guard around them. And by them, I'm referring to Jamie and her cohort, whatever his name is. I didn't really care enough to remember.
Yes, Rob.
Also, that was William talking. I wasn't being literal. I just wanted to stay in character.
No, I get you.
Because William was like, "Fuck off," but
yeah, very, very mad at him.
Yes,
still.
But yeah, that wasn't towards you, Walsh.
Okay.
Just wanted to make sure. But yeah, pretty much those two. I still have very many feelings towards. So
they seem better now.
I still don't 100% trust them.
I do not either.
Because she threatened to kill me twice now. So, and pointed a gun at me twice now. So, that's how I feel about the situation.
That is one less times than I have tried to kill you. So,
listen, you failed catastrophically, so you didn't even try.
I had an... You know what? It wasn't exactly your perfect plan of defense. And while, yes, I did fail, I say I failed in a very nice way.
I agree, too. Like, I don't know. I guess I would have died had you not tried to kill me. So, thank you for that, I guess.
Interesting. Yes, it was very, very strange because it was either let you, the host, die and then I take over, or use my ability and save the host body without being able to take full control. And while as a kind of animal of survival, I did what, of course, seemed like the cold and logical thing. I am very happy that I was able to save you.
Oh my fucking god. Just... Yes. Thank you.
I want you to roll plus charm. And we're going to act as if this is like bonding time.
6, 8.
8. On a 7 to 9, hold 1. So, of course, then those holds are, and I will say also with a lot of these things, it is also, this isn't just you looked to me to say, oh, I want to use this move. You have also been very much handling a lot of Vita's worries. While, I mean, of course, he may still have others, and he may still be worried about other things. Either way, I want you to remove 1 bond abuse.
I am now at 1.
And then with your 7 to 9, with the bonding time, you can then take 1 of these. You can erase another mark in your relationship status track. You can use a pair of romantic moves you haven't picked. You can receive a gift from your guide, or you can take +1 forward.
I'll receive a gift. See what happens from that.
Sure. So last time that we did receive a gift, it was a kind of ability that you could do, but it was a temporary ability that you can and still continuously call back on and use.
It was the heat signature reading, right?
Yeah, to be able to kind of, you would have to turn it on and off, but you can tell, who's a parasite and who isn't.
Yeah.
And, William, I'm still worried about what is to come. And I know that as we move forward, the next thing that we come across may very well be what has created myself, what has created these other parasites, and I want to help however I can. What these creatures are doing, what I had attempted to do, I very much understand this way of wanting to help others, and I don't want to see that happen again. The way that we are, as if we were programmed, or the way that we work as a species, it seems, is that we as parasites go out and we take over a host and we exist. We do not have our own way of recognizing other parasites, unless, of course, you begin to augment your body the way that I have, and I can still do for us. But we also do not have a way of signaling our creator. But I am worried that this creator, this mother of mine, might have a way of signaling us and signaling this hive, this everything that it has created. And I have been working on a way to turn that signal around, if possible, and to possibly be able to sense where it may be.
So, like, echolocation?
Yes. Like, similarly to echolocation, but it may also be a more direct line. So if you were to, look in a direction, I can help guide us to what direction it may be in and how far.
I see. So, echolocation crossed with a navigator tool.
Yeah, kind of like compass and echolocation. Well, but I mean much more like just tuned into whatever this thing that has been referred to as, like, the mother.
Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna write this down. This will be very useful. Obviously.
I have not tried to use this yet, and we still may. And I wonder if it works properly, if it can be taken a step further to sense other parasites around us without even having to look.
I know you can't hear it, but I'm nodding.
Mm-hmm. I cannot hear it, but I can sense your movement.
I meant... Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm. So what that means, mechanically, is that mother kind of signal you can just use. But if you want to try to sense if there are any parasites nearby, I'm going to have you roll for that.
Okay. So it's like an upgraded version of the signature reading?
Yes. Now, the signature reading you can just use looking at somebody. But let's say you're in, a building, and you're like, let me see if I can sense if there are any parasites in the building. You can do that.
Cool.
Instead of them having to be, directly in
In my line of sight.
Yes, that was the exact phrase I was looking for. Without having to be in your line of influence. Sphere of sight.
That's another expression.
Yes, I'm getting very good at expressions.
You're going to be hip with the kids soon enough. Jesus Christ, why did I say that?
I will hip any children that come across our way.
Sure, let's go with that.
All right, I think that's a very, very, very good morning, and I would say a little bit after that, you get a knock on your door.
I'm look at the peephole first and see who it is.
Sure, I want you to roll plus sharp.
Oh my god, so many sixes. 7.
7. Okay. So I'm gonna go with read a bad situation.
Oh.
And on a 7 and 9, you hold 1.
Okay.
I was very secretly hoping for a failure.
Well, too bad. I've only partially failed.
Yes.
What would have happened if I failed?
It might change who's at the door.
Oh. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
I will say, okay, you know what? You go to look out of your, of the people, and you see outside of the door is your mother. And in her hands, she is holding a cardboard box. And there are a few things in there that you can make out. It looks like some clothes, maybe some other things. It looks like maybe some wrapped up food. But she seems a bit... she still seems kind of nervous. And you, for a moment, possibly through some kind of, super hearing that Vita assists with, you hear a car running outside. And you're like, oh, I hope, my mom didn't just leave the car running. How quickly is she trying to get in and out? And you just walk over to your window to look outside of your apartment, and you see outside in the front of the building is your father's car. Presumably that he is also here and he had driven.
I'm just gonna get it over with and answer the door.
Sure. Hi, sweetie, and she kind of moves in to just give a hug, but of course it's a little bit awkward with the box.
Let me take this box. So I'm just gonna take it from her and put it on my table, on my dining table.
Yeah, you look in it and it you immediately notice that there's not really anything here that you you could have lived without any of this stuff. You see some shirts that either are kind of old and a little bit more worn out, or are definitely your dad's shirts that might have gotten mistaken for yours. You see a picture frame that is of your family, and you see a it seems as if there is one... you tell me, what food did your mom pack for you?
Hmm. Let's say fresh chicken soup with tostones, because I never specified William's ethnicity, but he is half let's say half white, half Latino. So let's say his mom is the Latino part. So let's go with that.
Okay. And then I'm curious about this too. If you don't want to answer, it's okay. But let's say of the family photo, does William have any siblings?
No.
Okay. Okay. And then what kind of is it like a kind of special event kind of photo? Like is it a holiday, or did we go to like a sports game, or is it just like we took a photo to just take a nice photo to get like dressed up?
Let's say it's Halloween.
Halloween? Okay. What did William dress up as one year?
A bedsheet ghost.
Amazing. You actually, it's in the picture, you actually like you have the bed sheet like pulled up so that you actually remember, because your mom had told you to lift up the bed sheet over your head, because the whole time you had been walking around with the bed sheet over your head, but your mom told you to lift the bed sheet up so that you can smile for the photo, and your dad set it up so that the timer would go off, and they wanted to get a photo of you in your costume and the three of you together before you went out trick-or-treating, and your dad was going to take you around, and you have the bed sheet pulled up, and you're missing one of your teeth that you remember, and you remember this, and you are smiling for the photo. And your mom isn't too dressed up, but your dad actually has like a little handheld vacuum, so that he to be like a little ghost catcher to go around with you.
Oh my god. Better times.
And your mom sees you like looking at the stuff. Yeah, I wanted to pack you some food in case you were hungry, and I just brought some other stuff in case you wanted to put it anywhere. Home hasn't, it's felt very empty without you there. And if I'm being really honest, I didn't have much that you really, that I think you really needed. I think I just wanted to see you. I wanted to see how my son was doing. And sweetie, you look tired.
You could say that. And meanwhile, I just have like 5 bags under each of my eyes.
Mm-hmm. I think you get that from her a little bit, because she looks tired too.
Yeah. So let's say that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah, I am kind of tired. Things have just been pretty busy with school and all.
How's school?
School is okay. Just midterms are coming, so just gonna keep. Excuse me. Just gonna keep preparing myself for that.
Okay. If you need anything else, or if you're hungry or anything, I can always bring anything else, or if you want to come visit, I can make something.
Thanks. I'm assuming my father doesn't want to come inside.
He said that he'll see you if you come out to him.
You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to go out to see him.
Okay. Yeah, with that, you exit the apartment, and you go out to the car, and sitting in the driver's seat is your father.
I just kind of awkwardly wave and just say, "Hi, hi, Dad."
Before he even notices you, he kind of looks like, he looks tired himself, and you've known your dad. He's kind of he's a simple guy, and he can be very very hardworking, but maybe not think through situations a lot. And he usually, he'll sleep during any time of the day. If he's tired, he sleeps. But he just looks tired, as if he hasn't been sleeping the best. And when he sees you coming over, he kind of wakes up a little bit, and as you're saying hello, he actually he kind of realizes, like, I don't want to be completely rude and just like sit in the car, and he actually like steps out of the car.
I'm just kind of back up a few steps from the car and just wait for him.
Yeah, your mom wanted to make sure you got the soup. You got it?
Yeah, it's on my table, and I just gesture towards the apartment's front door.
Mm-hmm. How is it? How is it here?
It's
good.
Better. It's better. Let's just say that.
I think that that definitely shuts him up for a moment, because it shut me up for a moment. And you know what? I want you to roll, because I don't know myself how this might go. I want you to roll either plus charm or plus cool, whichever you prefer.
God damn it, another 6.
Okay. I want you to mark experience.
All right, only one more before I level up.
Woo! I think he's going to get very, very angry at that comment. And you can see him actually like grip the car door, and he immediately gets right back into the driver's seat and like slams the car door inward, and without even turning to your mother, he says, "We're leaving." And your mom is just like, I love you, honey. Okay.
I'm just gonna kind of wave, like just a tiny little wave, and say, "Bye, Mom."
All right. She gives you a kiss on the cheek, and she gets in the car.
I'm just gonna kind of watch them drive off, and just wait until they get out of my line of sight.
And as they're driving off, Vita's like, he was kind of a dick.
You don't even know the half of it. Hey, I'll tell you about it once we get back inside.
As you are heading back towards the apartments, you see Jamie sitting out on the front steps. And it seems as if she wasn't in earshot to hear anything, but she watched your interaction with your parents.
In my mind, just picturing this in my mind and not actually doing it, just I kind of throw my head back and I'm just like, why?
Mhm.
And then on the outside, it's just a little sigh, just like a frustration.
She's sitting kind of pensively. She has her knees together, and kind of like her arms crossed over them. And as you approach her, her stance doesn't really change. She doesn't seem as scared of you or threatened by your presence. And she kind of hesitantly asks, "Do they know?"
Do they know about what? And I just kind of cross my arms and lean on one leg. Lean back on one leg.
I guess just about everything that's happened.
No, they don't, and I'd prefer it to stay that way. Frankly.
I'm sorry for scaring you.
Okay, I'm just gonna... Listen, Jamie. You... First, you don't listen to me. Second, you see what you're not supposed to see. Third, you point a gun at me. Fourth, you point the gun at me again. What am I supposed to do? What do you expect from me?
I was very scared, and I did not know what you were. I stuck my nose in places I guess it shouldn't have been.
Clearly.
I've been putting my own safety aside just to know what's going on. And when I saw what I saw, I didn't see you as a person, and I saw you as a monster, and I'm very sorry.
I'm not even going to fault you for that. If I were in the same position as you, I would have thought the same thing. However, I feel like we both kind of agreed that you would leave. And you didn't. I don't know whether or not to accept your apology. So, I feel like you should just leave right now.
Okay. And it's a little awkward because she gets up and she goes inside because she also lives there.
I forgot.
But yeah, you kind of give her a moment to go inside, and go home. And then, well, if you do want to go in and go home,
I'm gonna wait a minute or two just to make sure that she actually goes into her apartment.
As she is, as you're kind of waiting for her to get there, you hear Vita again. William, what do you think will happen afterwards?
In terms of?
In terms of when the parasites aren't a threat anymore, or any of this other magic stuff, this cosmic stuff is, what do you think will happen?
At this point, I really don't know. Just before all this happened, I was just focusing on my studies. Not exactly looking after my own health because of it, but regardless, I was focusing on that. And I don't think there's going to be any sense or semblance of normality after this. Because I I might, to be honest, I might feel empty. And I know that's kind of strange saying that, but like this occupying my time would just actually makes me feel like I'm doing something rather than just wasting away my life studying something that I'm not even going to be using it for my career in the future.
Why? What are you? What is that career?
Graphics design.
Oh. Why? What are and what classes are they making you take?
It's just a lot.
Yeah, that seems very silly.
Like, just being hired professionally takes a lot, and I know that getting this education is necessary, but I feel like it's also unnecessary. But that's neither here nor
I would
there.
hire you, William.
Oh my fucking god. Thank you, Vita. I appreciate that.
I do not know what I would use the graphic for, but I would use it.
Our own special brand of ice cream, let's say that. Now, let's go inside so I can give you some details.
Perfect. Then you can show me some of your art.
You know what? That sounds nice. Let's do that.
You know what? I think with that, unless you have anything else in mind.
I don't know. I feel like the relationship thing with my parents, well, with William's parents, is it's still a little too vague. But if we're able to talk about it later, then we can. But there is a very specific reason why William has such a shaky relationship with his parents.
Yeah, I think we've talked about it a little bit.
I don't think on recording though.
No, but whether you want to explore that here or anywhere else,
I just don't remember.
I believe, like you don't remember the reason for the shaker of relationship?
No, I don't remember whether or not we talked about it on recording.
Oh, we might have talked about it a little bit at the beginning. But I don't think we really went into any detail or anything.
I feel like we should just make it blunt, just to get it out of the way, because I feel like after that there needs to be some kind of explanation as for why his dad acted the way he did and why William acted the way he did too.
Sorry, I got disconnected for a second. I think the last thing I heard was that we should just make it blunt.
Yeah, let's just make it blunt. Will's dad is a homophobe.
Mm-hmm.
And his mom just kind of got caught in between the crossfire. So Will doesn't have as much of an issue with her. Just the fact that she is still with him after what has happened in his home life is just makes him not dislike, but just have more negative feelings towards.
Yeah, I understand.
And now he's gay for an alien that lives inside of him. Oops, that's just how life be sometimes.
Oops, that's how it be sometimes. You know what? I will say that you spend the rest of the afternoon eating some more ice cream and showing Vita your art until you get a text from Hold'em asking to meet at Jeremiah's motel.
Oh boy.
Table Party's been brought to you by Team Chaos Productions. Find us on Twitter at The Table Party and at Team Chaos Pods, or on Instagram at Team Chaos Productions. See you again soon. And with that, I think that's an episode.
Hell yeah.
How was that?
It was really fun. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Very awkward, but I felt like it was the necessary kind of awkward.